A very good morning to everybody, and my name's Tom Soane, as you all probably know, and it also says just there. So today I'm going to take you through 3 things that you could do with your cash to make it grow, because that's what we all want. Plus, I'm going to give you a mindset tip, a money mindset tip. Actually, I'm going to give you a few mindset tips here. Now, this is all kind of a mishmash, jumbled up, throw everything into one big presentation here. So I'm going to rattle through it as quickly as I can. I'm actually supposed to be on another appointment right now, but this came up and it was more important. This popped into my head. So first of all, look, everybody wants cash. Everybody wants money. There are those people that have cash right now, and there are those people that don't have cash right now but would like to have cash. So of the people with cash, there are 2 types of you. If you have cash, there are 2 types of you. You either have cash working or cash not working. Fairly obvious. So if you've got cash in your bank right now, whether it's cash working or cash not working, if you've got cash in your bank right now, whether it's sitting there doing nothing, or you've just got it, you've only just inherited it, or you've sold something, or something's paid out, or you've saved it up over time and now you've got enough to do something. The problem that you're probably facing right now is you're waiting for the right deal. You're looking for the right investment. The thing that's going to make you the right amount of money. It's going to be safe. It's going to be profitable. It's going to be risk-free, hopefully. And it's really going to make the most of your money. And you know you want to invest it. You've got this cash. You want to invest it. You want to make more cash. You want your current cash to make more. You want to do something with it. You want to make the most of it. And that's the goal, isn't it? That's kind of the thing you need to do, is make the most of what you've got. Because you know that you've got an opportunity here. So, for example, if you've got, I don't know, 50 grand sat in your bank right now, you feel like it's an opportunity. Do you know what I mean? It's somewhere inside you. You feel like you've got an opportunity here, but then you're watching it just dwindle away. And that makes you a bit anxious. I don't know about you, but it just makes you anxious, because what happens is you've got this cash sat in the bank and you're watching it dwindle away, and then you become more anxious, and then it's gone. Or at least it's not worth as much as it was before. And once you've paid off the odd debt, you know, you get 50 grand, you save up 50 grand, or you sell a property and you've got 50 grand, or you inherit something, or some way that's given you 50 grand of cash. Once you then start paying off the odd debt, paying the odd bill, having a couple of holidays, buying a car, expensive trip, you start having meals out and things like this, you watch it dwindle away. And then you become more nervous, more anxious. But the problem is that those deals that you're looking for, that investment that you're looking for that is super safe, risk-free, it's highly profitable, it's going to make the most of your money. Well, they don't really exist. And what has created that deal that you're looking for right now, if you've got cash sat in the bank right now and it's been there for a while, I'm talking to you. If it's been there for a while, you know who you are. Then it's that deal that you're looking for, or that opportunity, or that investment that you're looking for, has been created by your FOMO. It's your fear of missing an opportunity, your fear of missing out on the right investment deal. That's your FOMO. You've heard me talk about FOMO before, right? So that is what creates this deal. It's the fear of missing an opportunity to use that cash that you have right now to create passive income. We all want passive income. What is passive income? For me, it's income that I don't have to do work for. I don't have to go to work and earn. I don't have to grow my business and earn. Passive income is income that comes to me from my assets. That's what I see as passive income. But, you know, that's your fear that's creating those deals, but it's also your fear that's stopping you from doing something with that cash, anything with that cash. You want passive income. You really want to grow your wealth. That's the opportunity you have with this 50 grand. It might be 100 grand. It might be 200 grand. It might be more. You want to buy assets that grow in value. You want to increase your income. Maybe you just want to increase your income to improve your current lifestyle or provide financial security for your kids' futures, or live a life of luxury. Maybe you want to get loads of income coming in so you can do what the hell you like whenever you want. Maybe you want to buy loads of cool stuff so that you look super successful to your friends, which isn't a bad thing. Everyone wants to be successful and look successful. Now, the problem with all of that is you're obviously scared. Everybody is scared. Even the top investors in the world are scared of getting it wrong, losing your money, investing in the wrong thing that's going to end up costing. So what you do is you wait and wait and wait for the deal of the decade to come along so that you can make the most of your money for your kids, for your family. And that deal of the decade doesn't come along. Well, it does, but the deal of the decade comes along once every decade. And when it does come along, everybody wants that deal. Everybody goes for that deal. That's why it's the deal of the decade. Same with the deal of the year. The deal of the year only happens once a year. And then when it comes about, everybody wants it. Now, if you are an experienced investor, an experienced property broker, a sourcing agent, then you might get offered those deals of the decade, deals of the year, deals of the century. You might. But if you are a regular person, then you probably don't have access to those deals anyway. So you're waiting for something that doesn't exist. You're waiting for a deal that has been created by your fear of missing the best opportunity to make the most of your money. That's what is creating this deal. That's why you're looking at a house right now, and you're probably doing it today. You're looking at a house on Rightmove, and it looks good, looks fine, looks okay, but you don't buy it. You don't buy it because of your FOMO, fear of missing an opportunity, fear of missing a better deal, something that's safer, more secure, more profitable. That's why you still have that money in your bank. And let me tell you this, if that money has been sat in the bank for a while and you haven't used it for anything yet, anything investment related, if you haven't used it yet, you will never use it. And it will just dwindle away because you'll spend it on the odd holiday, the odd Christmas, the odd birthday, the odd meal out, the odd trip, the odd present, the odd car, the odd clothes. You'll just dwindle it away. If you haven't done anything with it yet, you will not, ever. Unless you do something different. Because if you want to achieve something you've never achieved, you've got to do something you've never done, right? We all know that one. So, we all know that we're scared of making a terrible investment. We're all scared of losing our money. No one wants to lose our money. So what I want you to do, I did promise you 3 tips, but there's not really 3 tips. There's just a few tips, and I don't know how many there are, but I've got some here right now. When you're waiting for the deal, you know those deals, when I say unicorn deals, hopefully you get what I mean by this. You're waiting for that unicorn deal, those buy, refurbish, refinance deals, BRR deals, where you can get all your money out and effectively have a free house. Or those flips that will get you 50 grand of profit just by buying it, doing it up and selling it. Or those straight buy-to-let properties that generate 25% return on your investment, 25% yield, £1,000 a month, whatever. Well, those for me are the deals of the year, deals of the decade even. How about go for deal of the month? How about that? Deal of the month. Set yourself a target, Mr. and Mrs. Property Investor. Well, if you have cash in the bank, you're not yet a property investor, but Mr. and Mrs. Person with cash in the bank, set yourself a target that this month I'm going to buy a property. This month, I'm going to buy the best deal I can find this month. Rather than trying to find BRR deals where you can get all your money back out, or flips that are going to make you 50 grand profit, or buy-to-lets that are so profitable that every investor on the planet should be buying it. Go for deal of the month. Buy a workhorse. Ignore the unicorn deals. They don't exist. And if they do exist, you're probably not going to get them. A BRR deal, a flip to let, whatever, I call it a flip to let, but it's a BRR, that maybe you could leave 10 grand of your cash in after you've refinanced it. Maybe a buy to let that generates 10% yield. Maybe a flip which will make you 20 grand or 15 grand. Something is better than nothing. So go for deal of the month rather than waiting for the perfect deal. And here's a great tip. Even if you buy a buy-to-let property today that only makes 5% yield, only 5% yield, crazy. It's better than nothing, and you can always sell it when something better comes along. This is another problem, I think, with investors. You feel like once you've invested in a property, that's it. You've got that forever. You can never get anything else. That's your money gone. No. It's a brilliant way to invest your money because there's always a demand for property. If you buy a property which is returning 5% yield, your money's now working. All right, you could do better, but you now have 5% of your cash coming back to you all the time. Awesome. So do that. And if then later down the line, you find a buy-to-let property that's got 15% yield, brilliant. Sell your house, buy that one, job done. Now you've got 15% coming in. You can always sell it if something better comes along. You are not stuck with one investment forever. But do something. You have to do something because otherwise you're doing nothing. If you're not doing something, you're doing nothing. And if you're doing nothing, then your money is just going to fritter away. And not just, even if you don't use it for holidays, cars, clothes, meals, presents, Christmas, whatever, paying off debts, even if you don't use it for that and you leave it in the bank, it's still going down, as you know. If inflation or cost of living goes up, your £50,000 that's sitting in the bank doesn't change. It doesn't all of a sudden go, oh, cost of living's gone up. Let's add this. Let's add £1,000 onto that. Now 2,000, now 3,000, now 4,000. It stays. Your £50,000, 50000, will always be 50000. But if you're now spending out, I don't know, £1,500 a month on the cost of living rather than £1,000 a month on the cost of living, that money is worth less. I hope that makes sense. Don't leave it in the bank. Do something. Something is better than nothing. Remember, if you want to achieve something you never achieved, you've got to do something you've never done. If you've always had that money sat in the bank and you've always known, I want to do something with this, I want to make the most of it, but you never have, then unless you do something you've never done, unless you do something different, you never will. So let me think of it like this, or let you think about it like this. Your cash sat in the bank, right? Let's assume you've got cash sat in the bank right now. If you are waiting 1 year, let's just say you wait 1 year for 20% yield properties, then you will miss all of the 10% yield properties. And if I offered you a 10% yield buy-to-let property right this second, you'd probably take it. 10% at the moment is pretty good. 10% return on your cash is pretty good. Look, again, you could do better. As you know, I am a property broker, which means I get off-market, below-market value, high-yielding properties. Now, I get those, and yes, I offer them to my clients as well, and I should probably say that if you do want something like that, let me know. I don't work with everybody. Sometimes I buy them myself. Sometimes I haven't got any cash, so I offer them out to other people. You can just contact me, comment below, or email me, tom@pinkstreet.co.uk. Anyway, if you are waiting for the 20% yield deals, you will miss the 10% yield deals. You'll even miss the 12% yield deals. It's easy to say. If you are waiting for those BRRs where you get all of your money back, you're going to miss those £10,000 left in that earn you 20% return on your investment. It's like I said earlier, if you're missing now, if you're waiting for the 20% buy-to-let deals and you're missing all the 10% deals, you're also missing all the BRRs where you could leave 10,000 in your property and get 20% anyway. So what's happening is if you're waiting for those amazing deals where you are going to be able to buy a property for £25,000 below market value, if you're always waiting for those unbelievable deals, you'll miss the deals that you get 15,000 below market value. So hopefully this doesn't come across as a rant. I'm generally trying to help. I generally want people to make the most of their money. And I can't profess to be an expert in all of this. You know, I only started doing this sort of stuff a few years ago, but it's working. And I really want it to work for everybody else, desperate for it to work for everybody else. Why? Well, first of all, you know, I've got a business that's in property. I've got a property broker. I've got a chain of letting agents. I've got an estate agent. I've got I've got an investment team. I get offered loads of properties so that I can choose which ones I want to buy when I've got cash to spend. And the ones that I don't want to buy, I can just pass out to clients. You don't pay me for that, by the way. I just do that as a connection to keep people buying and to keep properties coming to me. I get estate agents from around the country offering me off-market property deals. So take advantage of me, that sounds terrible. Take advantage of my businesses, absolutely, but also make sure that if you're not going to use my companies, make sure you're doing this yourself. If you've got money in the bank right now, you're literally giving it away, literally, even if you're using it to pay off debts. Here's an idea. Got cash in the bank, invest it and use the return on investment to pay off your debts. Use that return on investment to book yourselves a holiday, because your money will always stay the same unless you invest it. Cost of living will always go up, but your money will stay the same. So invest in something, make something, or even at minimum, lend it. Lend it. If you've got that cash in the bank and you're nervous, a bit too nervous about buying an actual property or an asset, then lend it to someone. And you can do that properly. I don't mean just go, here you go, mate. Here's 50 grand. Hope I get it back. I mean, at minimum, lend it to somebody formally, properly, legally. You can lend it via a solicitor who you will have a proper loan contract, loan agreement drawn up and agreed by both parties. If the person you're lending to has assets themselves, you can take some sort of protection using that, or you could take guarantors, whatever, but you can do it properly and you can make 10% easy. I know people that lend money to property investors. So they are investors and they're lending money to property investors and they're charging 15% a year. Now, you have to do no more than half an hour's work to earn 15% of your cash. So if you've got cash just sat there, then find a property investor and offer to lend that money to them for their property deals. You could, in some cases, take a legal charge over the property that you're lending against. But you've got to do something. Otherwise, you're just giving it to the government. You're just frittering it away. And I will help you. Hey, if you want me to connect you with people that would benefit or be able to find property deals and you can lend them that money, if you feel like I want to get into lending, let me know. I will connect you up with the right people. There are some fantastic property sourcing agents around that would love to have somebody lend them the money to do the deals that they're finding. It's a great deal for you if you're lending. It's a good way to make great profit with very minimal work. So I'm happy to connect you all up, but you've got to contact me if you want help. Yes, you can go on training courses. Yes, you can watch YouTube videos and listen to lives like you're doing now. Listen to my podcast, of course. If you do that all the time, if you only ever learn and research, then you will only ever learn and research. I want you to learn, research, and do. So remember, the key points here is do something. Get some profit. Even if it's a buy-to-let with 5% yield, take it. You can always sell it when something better comes along. And by the way, I'm going to end this. This is how this came about, by the way, where I saw a quote that said, if you can't turn £1,000 into £10,000, you won't turn £10,000 into £100,000. You've got to start somewhere. So brilliant. I hope that didn't come across as a rant. I genuinely want people to learn and grow their cash If I can help, I absolutely would love to help. It's what drives me. It's almost the recognition. Good luck, everyone. I will speak to you all soon. Take